Hey everyone, I'm here to talk about my current K-drama favorites, which is the week of June 20th, 2022. So we start off with Yumi Cells season 2, and this one, it's so cute, fun, and if you're into anime, you're gonna like it. So Kim Go-eun is in this K-drama. She has been in some huge K-dramas, which is The King Eternal Monarch with Lee Min-ho, which he is like one of the biggest K-drama actors, A-list. He was recently in Apple Plus Pachinko. I haven't watched it because I'm currently trying to figure out all my subscription plans and what K-drama things that I need to do. But Kim Go-eun was in Lee Min-ho's The King Eternal Monarch with him. It did really well outside of Korea, but it just kind of was mediocre. And I personally didn't think that it was the best for either of them, but it got a lot of hype on the internet and social media, mostly because of Lee Min-ho. But I didn't think that the chemistry was that good between them. She has better chemistry with Jin Young, who is GOT7, and he was also recently in the K-drama, what is it? The Devil Judge with Jin Young? No, that's Jin Young. But anyways, he was also in a K-drama recently, The Devil King. Pretty good. I didn't watch all of it, but he is Bobby in Yumi Cells season 2. He was in season 1, but it was more Kim Go-eun and An Bo-hyun. So now An Bo-hyun, stunning. His body is amazing. He was recently in Military Doberman. That was Prosecutor Doberman. It was good. I don't know if it's going to be everyone's cup of tea. He was a little bit of a jerk. Very different. I didn't finish that drama. I just couldn't. It just didn't interest me the whole entire way through. But I do think season 2, Yumi Cells, it's fun. Bobby's dating style is way different than An Bo-hyun, which is Goon's, Woong. His K-drama name was Woong. Totally different style. Like Woong was very introverted, very quiet, not Bobby. So the next drama that I'm watching, it is Jinxed at First, and that is a webtoon turned K-drama, and you're gonna know the lead actress, who is So Hyun. She is from Girls' Generation, which was it was extremely popular K-pop girl group. And the guy who is Na Inu, I saw him in a recent K-drama, but I couldn't find the information, and he was kind of the stoic guy, second lead. He didn't get the girl, but he definitely is going to get the girl in Jinxed at First. And this is where So-hyun's character, she's kind of like a shaman, fortune teller, and whenever she holds hands with people, she could tell the fortune of that person, whether it's good or bad, and the outcome is they can become very prosperous. So her and her lineage, all the females, they've been captured by wealthy, very powerful men for the purposes of getting richer. So she runs into, literally, Na Inu's character, kind of because the sinister man who is trying to keep the power within his family, he pretty much destroys him, his mother, and then also pretty much just cuts off his livelihood, everything, all the enjoyment. So then it comes 2 years later, and then we see them, she escapes. So the shaman female escapes from this fortress, and then she really wants to get back in touch with Na Inu, the male character, who is, I guess, somebody that she feels that is her soulmate. And so she chases after him. He wants nothing to do with her, because after meeting her, it was all bad luck, downhill, and he's just kind of getting his life together. And his life was very together prior to meeting up with her. So whereas most of the lineage and history of these women shaman giving very prosperous fortunes to the people who they were telling it to, not him. He got the reverse. He was jinxed. He was literally jinxed by meeting her. Everything was taken away. The second, or this one that I'm watching, it just wrapped up. It's called Shooting Stars, and that was with the character Im Soo. Let me just make sure I've got it. It's with Lee Sung Kyung, who is in weightlifting fairy Kim Bok-ju. And she was in that drama, or she got to know Nam Joo-hyuk in that drama, and they started dating, or so rumor has it, which I think it was in social media, and it was, I think they went and acknowledged that they were actually dating. And then the guy, Kim Young-dae, he was recently in the very popular Penthouse series. So the Penthouse series, it was very nighttime drama, lots of violence, lots of love scandals, lots of intrigue, but a level of reminiscent to Dallas and Dynasty back in the 80s, like the nighttime soap dramas from the United States. So that was Penthouse, and I think he did a good job in that. He wasn't one of the leads. He was kind of like a secondary character. He was the son of the very powerful guy who ran the Penthouse. I could not finish the second and third season. It just got so violent, so over the top. If they had, ghosts and witches and other things that popped out, I wouldn't be surprised, because they were just throwing everything at that drama, Penthouse. But this one, Shooting Stars, was really cute. It had the element of him being a lead actor and the girl being part of the PR team, marketing team, trying to keep all the actors out of trouble, out of news. And I think that that's a very valid point for Korean Hallyu scene, because they do get into a lot of drama with the press. And then they have a lot of, I guess, I forget what they're called, but they're like stalkers and netizens that are just very terrible towards K-pop idols and Korean drama actors. They can be very vicious towards these individuals, which is not cool, not good. Like, don't throw bad energy out there, because it might return. And then I am also watching Woori the Virgin. It's very cute. It has all the elements. Like, you've got the immaculate conception, sort of, through in vitro insemination with Woori. And then you've got the very rich guy who divorced his evil temptress wife, who is now pursuing Woori. And then you've got her detective boyfriend who's been standing by her for 2 years. Through thick and thin, they're very faithful in their Catholic beliefs, know anything before marriage, and then she ends up pregnant with this rich guy's baby, which it's kind of like far-fetched, but Jane the Virgin did very well in the United States. So Woori the Virgin, I think it's doing well in Korea. I haven't heard otherwise. But I think that the wife of Sung Kang is very cute. And Sung Kang, he just had a very good run with Love featuring Marriage and Divorce. I thought it was really good. He did an excellent job being the younger husband, and then having, I guess they had an affair. That's the whole premise of Love featuring Marriage and Divorce. Like, all the husbands like cheated on their wives and then had this whole like drama unfold. I thought he was great. Sung-hoon, his name is Sung-hoon. Very good. And then Woori she was previously in Gangnam ID. My ID is Gangnam Beauty. And that's where she was with Cha Eun-woo. That's also a very cute drama, because she plays a girl who goes through a lot to become pretty. And inside, she's still the same awkward girl, but outwardly, she changed quite a bit. But Cha Eun-woo, he likes her for her inside. So yeah. And then I also feel like the guy, the other detective lead guy, he's been in Korean dramas for years, like decades. He was in Darja's Spring, and that was like one of the first K-dramas that I've seen with him, maybe 10, 15 years ago. And then he just kind of faded out. I haven't really seen a lot happening with him. But then finally, he came out with Woori the Virgin. So now this one, it's called And Now Showtime. From Now On Showtime. I tried watching this drama. It was so bizarre. It was just very strange to me. And maybe if somebody who's watched it can let me know if there's, some good points to it, I would really appreciate it. But for me, I find that this drama, I just didn't like it. There was just a lot of overacting. The storyline didn't mesh well for me. And then also, I'm just not a big follower of any of these actors. I do like the girl, and she was in a Korean drama called Come and Hug Me with Jang Gi-young, and that one was great. She was a child daughter of an actress. Her mother was unalived. The father, or the man who unalived her, was the father of Jang Gi-young's character, and they fell in love. It was super dark. It was but I really like Jang Gi-young. He's so good. He was in WWW Search. I loved him in that. He was in Come and Hug Me. He was in a K-drama with Lee Soo-hyuk. And then recently he was also in a drama called My Roommate is a Gumiho with Hyeri, and she's a K-pop actress, and she's actually very popular. I really like her as well. She was in a K-drama like Reply 1988. So she's a really good actress. But back to this one. I didn't really like it, I can't finish it. I don't think I'll finish it. I might have it playing in the background if I'm doing other things, but it just did not capture me. I think it would be a no for me. I would pass. I would swipe left on it. Yeah. But otherwise, the guy, and what is his name? He is from Lee Jae-wook. I don't know. He was in East of Eden with Song Seung-hoon many years ago. Okay, this is a reality show. It's beyond fun to watch because it's about real life dating, or kind of real life dating. I'm sure there's some that's scripted and they're kind of it's like Big Brother, Love Island, Singles Inferno, where real everyday citizens, they are being filmed and their reactions and whatever. So this couple, he's an actor, so he's used to being in front of the camera, and she, oh wow. So you see all of her emotions, and some of it just isn't good in terms of, he wasn't even all that friendly. I don't think she did anything to be offensive, so it was a little bit not good socially. And that's his girlfriend. And I do admit, when she's walking around, you see her in her outfits, she is very physically fit, very attractive. And he also is telling her, very controlling, telling her what to wear, how to sit, don't stay out too late. The part of the show is to meet new people and then figure out if they're going to stay together. So they just don't show themselves in the best light. And this is season 2 of Changing Days. Season 1 I heard was amazing and really fun to watch. So I kind of feel like if Netflix could get season 1, that would be kind of cool. And I'm also looking forward to Singles Inferno. That whole dating drama was hugely fun for me to kind of watch, as a passive bystander through the internet, just kind of watching these individuals compete at love, trying to be picked to go to, the nice date. So, but this one is actually pretty good too. At first I was like, no, I'm not really into it because the people were kind of mean and it seemed a little bit petty. But episode 2, it got very real, and I felt like they did not check themselves at all. They really just kind of went all in terms of letting their partners know whether or not they were happy with them. The next, Alchemy of Souls. Okay, this one is very different as well. Like, I don't quite understand this. Like, she is a like kind of like somebody's soul went into her soul. And you don't know the backstory. I'm only on episode 2. So you don't know why there's this female assassin who pretty much, the body that she was previously in, it got destroyed, she was killed, so she escaped into this one's body. And so they have this magical powers. It's very fantasy and, you know, all this other stuff. But the new body that she went into has not a lot of fighting skills. She's not very physically adept. She's not very strong, which is like a huge difference from the previous body that the female was occupying, the master at, you know, all this fantastical martial arts. And then Lee Jae-wook's character, he's good. He's somebody where the father's soul got switched when the wife got impregnated with that baby, Lee Jae-wook's character. And so the father who would have had him if it hadn't been this other soul that took over his body during the impregnation, he was so angry that it wasn't really his son that he put a curse around the son, so he's not able to reach his full potential. But maybe because of the girl, because there is this master martial artist stuck in her soul, and now they're together, and this other guy, of course the second lead male, he's gonna have a crush on her. He of course is more powerful, but knowing K-drama as it is, she's probably going to go with Lee Jae-wook's character. And I loved him in WWW Search. He played a model turned actor, very introverted, quirky, fun, very sincere. I think that was like the biggest part of the reason why I liked his character is that he was so sincere in everything. So I highly recommend that drama. And then we have Welcome to Wedding Hell with Lee Yeon-hee. She's the female, and she actually was in East of Eden as well. And that was a long time ago. She was in Ingenue. She was Song Seung-hoon's love interest after Lee Da-hee fell off the K-drama. And I think that there was some controversy. She didn't like how her storyline was going, so she just kind of like backed out of a 50-episode K-drama. Not sure how that went over with her management team. So then Lee Yeon-hee came into the picture, and you could tell she just has a very bright energy to her. And she is partnered with this guy, Lee Jin-wook, and he was recently in Bugasa, and that was supposed to be, I think it did really well in Netflix K-drama. I didn't watch it because it was kind of like a fantasy, kind of violent K-drama, and that's not really the genre that I like, but I heard it did really well. And now he's in this fun K-drama where it's just cute, fun, and so I really appreciate that. I gotta say, I appreciate K-dramas where you have people that are having a good time, for the most part, because there's a lot of pre-wedding jitters, wedding planning angst and difficulties, so it is what it is. It's kind of like a fluffy piece, definitely good actors. I like both of them. And I'm glad that Lee Yeon-hee is coming back. I haven't seen her in any real breakout K-dramas in years. Like, she's such a beautiful actress, and I think she does very well in terms of playing bright characters, like with a lot of good energy, but for some reason she just hasn't been really active in the K-drama world. Whereas others, they're very active, and I kind of wonder, well, I think she's better, but, you know, that's just my own opinion, which, you know, take it or leave it. But yeah, she was in a K-drama called Miss Korea, but I only watched part of that. It was okay. It was with one of the actors from Parasite. Then this one is Our Beloved Summer with Chae Woo-sik. He was in Rooftop Prince. Highly recommend that. There was drama with the lead actor, but he was very cute, very fun in this drama. Rooftop Prince. And then, of course, the girl is Kim Da-mi, and she was in Itaewon Class. And she's got an edge to her. Her face looks very innocent, but she has a very kind of edgy vibe to her. Even though she looks very sweet and innocent, like for some reason she plays very edgy characters. Like they like kind of on the vicious side. Like Itaewon Class, her character was portrayed as a sociopath. And then with this one, the guy, Chae Woo-sik, his character was so in love with her character that he had so much difficulty getting over her. So I just felt like, I don't know, I'm half-heartedly watching this, and I kind of have it playing when there are no other dramas that I'm interested that have aired recently, like they haven't, put out a new episode. So I'm kind of I'm on the fence. I heard it did well with a lot of interest in the K-drama, but I personally, it's not something that I am looking forward to. Like I was looking forward to My Liberation Notes very much for the weekend, and I was also really looking forward to Our Blues. Both of those dramas are on Netflix, and I'm pretty sad that it ended all at the same time. Like that one, My Liberation Notes, Our Blues, Tomorrow with Kim Hee-sun. There was also My Green something or other. That was interesting. It was too dramatic. It was kind of like dark. It wasn't light. It was a little bit dark for me. Had to do with unloved children, unaliving of one of the female characters. Just was a little bit different. That's what I think. So I hope you like my recommendations. Thank you so much. And now I'm just going to be answering some Korean. Thanks so much for watching my K-drama reviews for June 20th, 2022. I highly recommend Yumi Cells Season 2, and let me know if you have any other recommendations in the notes below, and I look forward to that.